Hey everyone, how's it going? I've got some very exciting news to share with you all today. The Quai network has just released their new Litepaper yesterday, actually. Today is the 11th, Friday, as I record this. On the 15th, this coming Tuesday, Quai is going to be launching their Golden Age testnet. And this is the last testnet before mainnet, which is scheduled to go live. I've been hearing and told that the end of this year, by the end of this year, mainnet should be live. So 10 million Quai tokens are going to be up for grabs in this Golden Age testnet. So if you're a miner, get your GPUs ready. This is an ASIC resistant chain. It's going to be GPU mineable only, and there's opportunities for devs to make dApps and also get involved in one of the most gamified testnets I've ever seen. So lots of rewards are going to be up for grabs. It's a really exciting project. I've been in crypto since like 2020, and honestly, one of the things I wish I would have learned early on and that I'm still learning now is kind of how to vet a project before you throw any of your resources into it, whether that be your time and attention, whether it be if you're an investor or you're a miner. Even if you're a miner, you're still investing in equipment that you hope to, provide value and get value in exchange for. You want to make your money back on that equipment, hopefully, while you help secure the network. So you shouldn't just be aping into a project because you saw somebody just post about it somewhere, right? Like, you want to read up on this stuff and you want to learn about it. And I think everybody who's had any amount of success and any amount of time in the ecosystem has probably a little methodology that they use to select projects. Like, it's pretty easy to tell when a scam is afoot, right? Like, if it's the 9th Kaspa fork and the only pool supporting it is mining for people, you might not want to put your hardware on there, right? Like, sorry, no offense, like PugDag, but there's really serious projects and just total scams out there, and so it will behoove you to learn how to vet some of these. And not every project is created equal. One I've been really interested in for the last year, 2 years or so, is actually Quai network. So I know a lot of folks don't like to read. I'm a voracious reader, so what I thought I would do is I'll provide right now, like a quick, in this intro section, like a TLDR for the Litepaper, but I'm actually just going to kind of read through it and do major highlights for people. So, if you don't have time to sit and read it, you can just listen and, like audiobook style, or if you just want to watch this and have it on your second screen while you're gaming or whatever, you can get updated on this Litepaper for the Quai network and make an informed decision about if you want to participate in this upcoming testnet. And then mainnet when it launches at the end of this year, if you're a miner or a developer or whomever. Lots to get involved with here. Alright, so let's dive right in and read this Litepaper. Feel free to 2x speed this, or if you want to jump around, I'll leave video segments so you can navigate your way through this at whatever speed you find fit. If you really want to dig in, let's just go ahead and listen. So, Quai network, reignite the crypto revolution, and they mean this. The first decentralized energy dollar on the only scalable and programmable proof-of-work blockchain. Decentralized energy dollar. Yeah, let that sink in. I'm actually just going to go ahead and start diving into stuff. So here we have the introduction, the background section. Cryptocurrency has demonstrated the potential to revolutionize money, the economy, and society. Despite this potential, blockchains are constrained by limitations in scalability. Low throughput causes high fees, preventing broad adoption of decentralized systems outside of small niche use cases. Current attempts at scaling blockchains do so by sacrificing decentralization and removing the properties of neutrality and immutability. Once trust is reintroduced, blockchain's primary value proposition, trustless digital value transfer, is lost. Yes. A decentralized, high-throughput blockchain will allow cryptocurrency to not just be used as a store of value, but also as a unit of account and medium of exchange, which is required for everyday commerce. This will allow cryptocurrency to replace the current fiat-denominated monetary system and liberate money from the state. The Quai vision. Imagine a world where all global economic activity occurs on blockchain. This vision represents the original goals of cryptocurrency: decentralization, privacy, and freedom from centralized control. It's a world where individuals are empowered to openly transact without intermediaries, and where the financial system is transparent, secure, and fair. Imagine a blockchain that is ubiquitous and standardized as TCP/IP. Yeah, that'd be nice. Secures the majority of global value, has native financial instruments, is used for everyday transactions, is open, accessible, and credibly neutral for everyone. This vision is rooted in the core principles of the cypherpunk movement and focuses on using cryptography and game theory to bring societal change and to protect individual liberties. It's about creating a system where trust is established through code, not institutions, and where financial sovereignty is guaranteed for all people. The Quai vision is one in which blockchain technology extends beyond niche speculative use cases and empowers us to take control of our financial destinies. So these points are also really important, as bigly and hugely important as the intro was. In this future, individuals have control over their assets, which cannot be censored or confiscated, right? We've seen some examples of that happen before recently, in recent times. Smart contracts replace financial institutions and intermediaries. Trust the code. Decentralized finance, DeFi, protocols provide accessible financial services to anyone with an internet connection. Anyone. Digital identities are self-sovereign, allowing people to manage their personal data and decide how it's shared, right? Which is wildly different from it being harvested behind our backs and then sold. And we get none of the value for that, right? Optionally transparent and immutable record keeping enhances accountability in both public and private sectors. Cross-border transactions occur instantly and at a fraction of the cost, accelerating global trade and remittances. Tokenization of real-world assets creates new investment opportunities and increases liquidity in traditionally illiquid markets. Decentralized governance models enable more direct participation in decision-making processes, from corporate management to public policy. This vision imagines a global economy built on the principles of individual sovereignty and prosperity through laissez-faire economics. Hopefully we all know what that is, right? Hands-off economics. The Quai network. In this paper, we propose Quai network, a blockchain designed to function as a new global monetary system. Hell yeah. Quai network has the following characteristics: scalability to meet real-world demand, throughput of 50,000 transactions per second, nice, non-fiat dollar equivalent, an energy dollar with cash-like properties that is not tied to traditional fiat currencies, right? So not like a USDC peg. We're talking about a dollar pegged to the value of energy. Programmable finance layer, an EVM smart contract ledger that enables complex financial logic on-chain. Proof of work, secured through the only economic immutable consensus mechanism, proof of work. Battle tested. Money for the 21st century. Throughout history, money has evolved to reflect the dominant resource of each era, from agricultural commodities to precious metals, and finally to fiat currencies. Each form of money mirrored the economic realities of its time. Now, as we transition into a world where information and energy are the primary drivers of value creation, Quai introduces a new form of money, tailored for this digital age. The increasing importance of information and energy in our daily lives necessitates a monetary system that reflects these new realities. Yes, Quai is designed for the world we inhabit now, not for the world of the past. This implies global payments. Quai network enables truly global, low-cost, decentralized payments, addressing limitations that have hindered widespread adoption of cryptocurrencies. Awesome. On-chain systems. Quai allows for development of on-chain systems that were previously limited by technological constraints. This opens up possibilities for decentralized versions of services that were previously impossible. Energy-based currency. In a world where energy is the base asset of the economy, an energy-based dollar becomes not just innovative but necessary, especially with AI starting to need more and more energy. New stablecoin alternative category. By tethering value to energy expenditure via proof-of-work mining, Quai creates a non-fiat, love it, energy-based money. This isn't just a new cryptocurrency, it's a fundamental reimagining of what money can be in a world where bits and joules are as vital as dollars and cents. Hell yeah. A true medium of exchange. Quai bridges the gap between traditional cash and digital payments by offering cash-like properties in a digital format. It enables fast, low-cost transactions without compromising on privacy or decentralization. This approach addresses many of the concerns surrounding both traditional cash, such as physical limitations and security risks, and existing digital payment systems, like accessibility concerns and centralized control. Quai offers a best of both worlds solution, combining the acceptability and usability of cash with the efficiency and global reach of digital payments. Future-proof technology. Quai represents the next evolution in blockchain architecture, moving from monolithic to multi-threaded designs. It balances horizontal and vertical scaling, integrating modular components into a cohesive integrated system. This approach incorporates and advances the blockchain timeline from Bitcoin's inception to a new paradigm of scalability and efficiency. Quai blockchain beyond Bitcoin. By addressing the blockchain trilemma, decentralization, security, and scalability in novel ways, Quai paves the way for blockchain technology to handle global scale operations without sacrificing its core principles. This could enable blockchain to finally achieve its potential as a foundational technology for the global digital economy. Network overview. Quai is a massively scalable, secure blockchain network for fast, low-cost, high-throughput transactions and programmable smart contracts, while ensuring fast finalization, censorship resistance, and adversarial resilience. This system is built using an integrated, multi-threaded approach with adaptive architecture and 2 native cryptocurrency coins, all enabled by the breakthrough Proof of Entropy Minima, or POEM, consensus mechanism, aptly named. These features evolve from and draw inspiration from over 50 years of cryptographic and technological development. One of the key differences for Quai Network is that it uniquely relies on the objective computational properties of proof of work to push the boundaries of blockchain performance. As a work-based consensus algorithm, POEM removes the following performance, security, and access constraints found in proof-of-stake blockchains. 1. Signature aggregation overhead, block message rounds, nothing at stake attacks, posterior attacks, lack of energy commitment, cold start decentralization and distribution, liveliness guarantees. By innovating in an often overlooked area of research, Quai Network has been engineered with unique network properties that are significantly more advanced than existing solutions. In practice, this means that Quai Network can reach an impressive 1,000 transactions per shard over 50,000 transactions per section in total. 1 giga, I'm not exactly sure what that is. This is done by 2 distinctive forms of scaling. Vertical scaling, maximizing the capabilities and performance of each individual shard, vertical scaling. Now horizontal scaling, adding more capacity to the overall network once prior existing shards cannot service demand, which is awesome. Okay. Vertical scaling. So first item here, proof of entropy minima consensus, the improvement improves time to finality by 26% compared to vanilla proof of work via single round communication. The item self-organized subnets, this improvement here in Quai is that it reduces latency and ping times under 100 milliseconds within a closely coordinated set of nodes. Blockchain throughput is limited by data propagation latency, or lag. Workshares. This is awesome. The improvement here is a faster finality with higher hash rate, higher hash sample rate. Worked objects, that is denial of service, DDoS protected to efficiently transmit groups of transactions. Reduces impulsive bandwidth by 100 to 1000x. Item state rent, and the improvement is minimizes overhead from unused accounts. Nice. Dust collection item. The improvement is dust collection in Chi allows for a very large but sustainable UTXO set. The parallel transaction processing item. Enforced access lists create structured dependencies, allowing for the processing of EVM state to be parallelized. Okay, and horizontal scaling item. The improvement is dynamic horizontal sharding enables greater throughput on the network at the cost of cross-chain settlement time. And then the sharded clients item improvement is allows machines to run subnet of shards in order to reduce overhead and decrease propagation latency. Nice. All right. So benefits of being all-in-one as opposed to relying on multiple layers is that the network growth is not stunted due to capacity constraints or L2 fragmentation. Yeah. Beyond high performance, Quai network utilizes many improvements in accessibility that allow it to remain decentralized while functioning at scale. Okay. Proof of work consensus. Accessibility and quality of life. NIPOPOWS. This is a non-interactive proofs of proof of work allow for proving of state history and fast sync times. Okay, sorry. UTXO ledger. Both account and UTXO ledgers for different representation of assets. ETXs enable trustless cross-shard transactions. Okay. EVM compatible enables access to the largest dApp developer community, right? And ProgPow. ProgPow is an ASIC resistant mining algorithm, right? Us miners are probably quite familiar with ProgPow based algorithms. Okay, here we go. The proof of entropy minima consensus mechanism. Bitcoin's Nakamoto consensus mechanism pioneered the ability to achieve agreement in distributed ledgers through the heaviest chain rule, or HCR. Heaviest chain rule determines which chain is canonical by summing cumulative block difficulty thresholds. However, this approach doesn't account for the actual achieved difficulty, the value beyond the threshold, leading to interdeterminism in block choice, thus delaying finality. To address these issues, we have introduced a new mechanism called proof of entropy minima, which incorporates intrinsic block weight by considering the entire entropic reduction achieved by the work applied to a valid block. Okay. Proof of entropy minima reduces the orphan rate and accelerates finalization, providing a causally invariant time-independent weighting of blocks in the chain. Nakamoto consensus with the highest chain rule, or HCR, often results in orphaned blocks due to network propagation delays, leading to inefficiencies and wasted work from the associated proof-of-work algorithm. Previous attempts to improve on the HCR, such as the greediest, heaviest observed subtree, Ghost, include discounted weight for orphaned blocks. Proof of entropy minima leverages entropy calculations to improve the consensus mechanism. This method computes the change in entropy for each block, using intrinsic difficulty to minimize latency-driven forks and enhance the efficiency of the chain's hash function. Proof of entropy minima uniquely enables hierarchical coordination of sharded blockchains. POEM with Workshares is in Nash equilibrium. I never heard of Nash equilibrium. I'm going to look that up. Unlike vanilla proof of work, I love that term, thus eliminating selfish mining. The process of achieving consensus using POEM is deterministic, ensuring that all data within the network resolves to the same canonical head. This innovative approach also shifts the consensus mechanism's focus from multi-dollar round consensus to single-shot communication. POEM has shown a 28.5% improvement in confirmation delay. Damn. And a 16.3% improvement in throughput in a single chain setting. Wow. And we're going to get up to 9 shards, I think. However, POEM dramatically outperforms all current systems by enabling a chain with many shards. Oh, okay, I see. Alright, and here's some graphs here. You're going to want to actually pop in. Me describing them I don't think will be helpful. Horizontal sharding. Horizontal sharding is the premise that a blockchain state and history can be split into multiple partitions in order to increase capacity. These partitions are interoperable through cross-shard transactions. This allows transactions to transfer state trustlessly between shards and create composable inter-shard contracts. The goal of horizontal sharding is to lower fees for users while retaining network-wide security that approaches a non-sharded system. The horizontal sharding design for Quai network is composed of a state of interlinked merge mine chains organized into a 3-tier hierarchy that operate efficiently as a single homogeneous layer with shared security. The 3 layers of the hierarchy are defined as the prime chain, sharding design for the root layer of the hierarchy. the region chain, this is the secondary coordination layers, and the zone chain, the layer where your transactions take place, and they all essentially sync up to the prime or down to the prime. So what is merge mining? Merge mining is when a miner is able to create valid blocks for two separate blockchains. In practice, this allows a single computer to mine and secure many blockchains simultaneously with no increase in hardware requirements or energy consumption. Very important. In the context of Quai network, merge mining enables what is called coincident block. In academic circles, this might be referred to as a superblock. However, in Quai, a coincident block is not just for compressed referencing, but also creates valid blocks in multiple chains, allowing for objective cross-chain linking. Coincident blocks occur when a zone block has reached a difficulty threshold that is valid in a higher context, so i.e. region or prime. Therefore, when a coincident block is found, it is simultaneously a prime, region, and zone block. Oh, cool. Coincident blocks are the cornerstone of the cross-shard communication protocol used in Quai network by creating shared reference points up and down the hierarchy. This ensures atomicity in cross-shard execution as shards are interwoven together. And this is a nice graphic here. This design allows for decoupling of local and global data consistency and state consensus functions and parallel processing of transaction and contract interactions within separate shards across the network. And you're going to want to check the PDF for this awesome graphic. Finally, it is interesting to note that any technique for scaling that is used in a monolithic, semi-modular, or modular architecture can be applied on top of the multi-threaded approach. Therefore, if any competing system can increase throughput in a single chain, these improvements can easily be implemented for all of the zone chains in the sharded architecture. Quai network separates the execution of transactions and state based on address space. This allows nodes and wallets to quickly identify which shard an address resides on by looking at the first byte. For example, all addresses starting in 0x00 are in shard 1, while all addresses starting with 0x01 are in shard 2. Quai network begins with a single shard and dynamically adds new shards as network demand increases. Adding more shards into the hierarchy enables higher throughput at the cost of increased cross-chain settlement times. Therefore, it is desirable for the network to activate only as few shards as are necessary to satisfy the user's demand. Okay, this is important. The protocol itself handles this, basing decisions on required number of shards by measuring the rate of uncle blocks. Okay. It is important to note that while mean cross-prime settlement time can reach up to 600 seconds at 50,000 transactions per second, this is still orders of magnitude shorter than Visa's 180-day settlement and fraud-proof layer 2 settlement of 7 days. Alright, page 15, self-organized subnets. Geographic grouping within self-organized subnets further enhances network performance by reducing latency and optimizing bandwidth usage. Nodes are incentivized to group into optimized network topologies, allowing transactions to be propagated more efficiently within each geographic region. For example, the bandwidth overhead in traditional peer-to-peer networks can be as high as 10 to 100x the data included in a block, but with self-organized subnets, this is significantly reduced. Workshares. Workshares in Quai network are a pioneering approach to achieving finality based on cumulative economic effort, enhancing both security and efficiency. Traditionally, finality in proof-of-work blockchains has been determined by chain depth, with blocks being the primary mechanism to sample the hash rate. Workshares, however, represents subsamples of hash rate proposed by miners as they search for the next block. When a miner reaches a lower threshold than what is required for a block, they propagate a workshare to peers, signaling the reference point of the prior block. And there's a graphic here on page 15. Additionally, Workshares are utilized to propagate groups of transactions through the network in a DDoS-tolerant way. By referencing transactions in the Workshares, transactions can efficiently propagate as groups rather than singletons, dramatically reducing the overhead of managing requests as well as decreasing the amount of bandwidth wasted in replication. This proactive distribution makes it likely that most nodes will have already received transactions prior to them being included in blocks. This allows nodes to pre-process some validations such as signatures, as well as enabling the use of block transaction manifests. Moreover, Workshares effectively build a distributed mining pool into the base protocol. This allows miners to get paid 20 to 50x as often as they would without Workshares. By increasing the frequency of payments to miners, there is a smaller incentive to mine in a pool as the issue of infrequent payouts is minimized. Nice. Additionally, by paying for Workshares rather than paying for blocks, Quai creates two previously unrealized game theoretic outcomes. Firstly, miners now have an incentive to propagate transactions. Secondly, the concept of withholding blocks due to X protocol ordering incentives is eliminated. This is one of the key pieces that allows proof of entropy minima to achieve a Nash equilibrium, where proof of work was unable. State rent. As blockchain usage grows, maintaining account state becomes increasingly complex and costly. State rent addresses this by introducing a cost for the state used by an account in the state tree, ensuring sustainable network performance. By pricing account slots logarithmically according to the size of the account tree, the market can dynamically determine the price through buying and selling account space. This ensures that costs borne by the entire network are paid by the transactor. This creates a long-term sustainable state market which reflects the costs associated with increased state. The approach utilized in Quai network leverages market dynamics to set prices for account slots, reflecting the varying hardware constraints and preferences of node operators. Accounts must pay for their index in the Patricia Merkle tree, and they can sell back their space where no longer needed. This system not only incentivizes users to manage the state usage efficiently, but also introduces a feedback mechanism to prevent resource overconsumption and speculative exploitation. By setting account slot prices based on tree size, the state rent balances resource usage, encourages efficient state management, and allows the network to scale as needed. Intrashard parallel transaction processing. Quai network introduces parallel transaction processing system that significantly boosts throughput and efficiency by enforcing access lists. Unlike traditional EVM equivalent systems limited by sequential processing, Quai network parallelizes transactions within shards. By breaking down transaction structures and managing dependencies through access lists, the network handles processing multiple transactions concurrently, reducing block processing times and increasing capacity. Key features. Enforced access lists. Each transaction explicitly defines which accounts and storage slots it can access. This pre-declaration allows the system to identify non-overlapping transactions that can be safely executed in parallel. Dependency management. By analyzing access lists, the network can construct a dependency graph for transactions, allowing it to maximize parallelization while avoiding conflicts. Concurrent execution. Non-conflicting transactions within a shard are processed simultaneously, reducing latency and increasing capacity. This approach leverages the fact that over 80% of historical EVM transactions have non-overlapping dependencies. By explicitly defining which accounts and storage slots transactions can access, Quai network minimizes conflicts and enables efficient parallel execution. Sharded clients, global versus slice. The Quai network client is configured to allow nodes to run various subnets of shards. This means when running a node, users have the choice of selecting either a global node, which will require more hardware slightly, A global node on Quai network maintains the ledger and generates proposed blocks for mining in all shards. Running a global node ensures proper cross-shard execution for all transactions. Global nodes have the highest resource requirements at roughly 8 CPU, 32 gigs of RAM, and 1 terabyte hard drive. Oh, not bad. Slice node. A slice node validates prime, a single region, and a single zone, right? And there's 3 zones, 3 regions in the prime, right? So we're just doing a slice of each, so that's a good name. The benefit of running a slice node is that a node needs fewer resources. The slice node requires 4 CPU, 8 gigs of RAM, and 1 terabyte hard drive. And then third is a multi-slice node. A multi-slice node is configured between a slice and a full global node. Node runners may opt to run a multi-slice node if their machine is larger than the requirements for a slice node, but not enough for a global node. NIPOPOWS. The Quai network leverages non-interactive proofs of proof of work, or NIPOPOWS, to allow applications to verify the state of the blockchain without needing to download the entire blockchain history, run a node, or trust a centralized indexer. This is achieved by using succinct proofs that are logarithmic in size relative to the blockchain. By integrating NIPOPOWS, Quai network supports RPC proving in Quai's.js SDK. Facilitating trustless interactions within the network. This allows data consumers to become agnostic of data providers. Thus, NIPOPOWS will eliminate the need for centralized trusted indexers, while also allowing the applications built on the network to use all running nodes to scale. Moreover, decentralized data providing will create a new revenue stream for node operators which previously did not exist. Dual ledger. As noted in subsequent sections, the system has 2 native coins, Quai and Chi. Quai is an EVM-compatible account ledger. Chi is a fixed denomination UTXO ledger. Despite its intended use as a form of digital cash, Bitcoin and other UTXO-based ledgers face limitations in fungibility and other aspects, hindering widespread adoption as a cash equivalent. The UTXO ledger addresses these limitations by utilizing fixed denominations, thereby enhancing the fungibility of its native asset, Chi. This design mirrors the characteristics of traditional cash, with Chi denominations resembling quarters, dimes, pennies, and bills. The standardized denominations are as followed. 0 is 0.001 of Chi. And this chart breakdown is on page 18 of the PDF. I will make sure to leave a link, obviously, to this PDF in the video description. Additionally, the UTXO ledger in Quai network is designed to be purely transactional, as it does not support any form of scripting. This restriction further enhances the fungibility of Chi, and underscores its primary focus on facilitating payments. ETXs, or external transactions, are the mechanism used to transfer state between 2 Quai shards. These transactions are communicated via hash-linked references created by coincident blocks, which ensures atomic cross-shard state transitions. To support smart contract ETXs, or external transfers, 2 new opcodes have been integrated into the Ethereum virtual machine, or EVM. These opcodes enable cross-shard smart contract compatibility. And then here's the codes. I don't want to butcher that. But this first one checks if an address is tied to that shard, and then op_ETX emits the cross-chain data. Cool. ETXs navigate through the hierarchical structure of the Quai network, always passing through a dominant chain, either a region chain or a prime chain. The following diagrams give an example of trustless state traversal within the network. Okay, and its origin chain from which the external transfer is initially broadcast, and a destination chain, blockchain in which it is sent. And this graphic's on page 19. Moving right along, for an ETX to reach its destination, it must first ascend the hierarchy from the origin chain to a dominant chain associated with the destination chain. Subsequently, it descends the hierarchy into the subordinate destination chain. ETXs are categorized into 2 types, account initiated and contract initiated. To facilitate the propagation of ETXs, two data fields, manifest and ETX rollup, are included in the headers of all Quai blocks. These fields enable ETXs to be forward propagated to coordinate blockchains. Forward propagation significantly reduces the instantaneous bandwidth and processing required to service external transfers, or ETXs, thereby enhancing the efficiency and scalability of the network. ProgPow. Quai network employs programmatic proof of work as its mining algorithm, or ProgPow, which is ASIC resistant and GPU friendly. Unlike ASICs, which are specialized and often lead to centralization due to their high cost and limited availability, GPUs are a global commodity hardware that are widely available and used for many applications. This widespread availability ensures accessible mining, preventing the monopolization of mining power by a few entities and enhancing the overall security and resilience of the network. Hell yeah. ProgPow is specifically designed to leverage the strengths of commodity hardware, optimizing its algorithms to utilize the full capabilities of general-purpose GPUs. This not only democratizes access to mining, but also aligns the network security with a broader user base, fostering a more decentralized ecosystem. By doing so, ProgPow mitigates the risk of centralization associated with ASIC mining, ensuring that the network remains accessible to a wider range of participants and promoting a more equitable distribution of rewards. Good. This strategic choice underscores Quai Network's commitment to remaining a robust, decentralized infrastructure that can support scalable and efficient blockchain operations. EVM. Quai Network integrates the Ethereum virtual machine into its architecture, leveraging its standardized and robust frameworks to provide a familiar and reliable environment for developers. The EVM, being a well-established and widely adopted standard in the blockchain community, offers extensive support for smart contract development, ensuring compatibility and ease of use for developers transitioning from other platforms. This strategic choice not only accelerates development and deployment processes, but also enhances the network's programmability, enabling the creation of sophisticated decentralized applications, or dApps or DApps, with proven reliability and security. Alright, page 21, Quai and Chi design mechanisms. The Quai and Chi coins are designed to create a store of value, unit of account, and medium of exchange, thus fulfilling the requirements for an entire monetary system. I added the word entire there. Quai is meant to hold and accrue value long-term with network growth and act as a programmable monetary layer, providing the foundation for financial instruments/markets to be built on top and as part of the same system. Chi is meant to have stable purchasing power connected to the cost of energy and act as a non-fiat dollar alternative that is used as decentralized crypto cash. Awesome. So here's some qualities of Quai. Quai, traditional digitally scarce crypto asset with added programmability and accruing value with network growth. Chi is cryptocurrency designed to enable and scale with adoption and transactional use connected to the cost of energy. Okay, Quai is constrained supply with potential growth of new block reward issuance trending asymptomatically towards zero. Chi is accommodative supply with highly reactive issuance and inflation rate in direct proportion to demand. Interesting. Quai, account-based model with smart contracting capabilities, whereas Chi is a UTXO model with P2P transfers and no scripting. Wow. Key mechanisms overview. The following mechanics govern all post-Genesis coin supply and issuance. There is a preset initial allotment of Quai supply generated and allocated as part of the Genesis block. Quai and Chi coins are minted by the same work-based proof of entropy Minima consensus process that secures the network, and are paid to miners in the form of block rewards. Both coins are designed with a dynamic issuance model for responsive block rewards based on the network mining difficulty. The Chi reward function is linearly proportional to difficulty. The Quai reward function is proportional to the binary logarithm of difficulty. Yes, which as miners we are accustomed to. Continuous difficulty and reward adjustments are conducted on a rolling basis. This results in the quantities and ratio of Quai and Chi rewards changing with each new block. Wow, every block. Miners elect to receive either Quai or Chi as a block reward. They can change their selection on each block. Thus, they are competitive substitutes for new reward issuance supply, i.e. mining Chi reduces potential Quai emission and supply, and then similarly in the reverse direction. Okay. Miners may also choose to lock their rewards for a longer duration to receive a multiplier on the quantity of Quai or Chi coins they ultimately receive. Nice. Additionally, a fully automated two-way conversation mechanism is built into the protocol. This enables all users to convert Quai to Chi or Chi to Quai at the current protocol exchange rate. When conversions take place, the protocol burns the input token and mints the output token. Simple enough. There is no fixed peg, backing, nor collateralization between or underlying either the Quai or Chi coins. Block reward functions. Quai and Chi block reward emissions are both calculated as functions of a measure of difficulty, or how hard it is to mine a block, but use exponentially different forms, with Quai rewards in a logarithmic proportion and Chi rewards in a linear proportion. That's important. Quai rewards are issued in proportion to the bits of difficulty, approximately represented by the number of leading zeros in the target value, which is also logarithmically proportional to the hashes of difficulty measure used by Chi. As such, the percentage growth of Quai supply trends asymptotically toward zero over time. Chi rewards are issued in direct proportion to hashes of difficulty, tied to the hash rate, or more specifically to the expected number of hashes needed to mine a block at the current difficulty layer. Supply is inflationary at a higher or lower rate depending on market demand. The block reward functions are as follows, right? And then it has the block reward function. Okay, that's on the bottom of page 22 if you want to check that out, the PDF. And then leave this section. This is a description of difficulty. Difficulty, I'll read, is the expected number of hashes needed to mine a block at the current difficulty target value. Okay, so this is K. Quai is the variable that converts the scale of the difficulty measure into an appropriate magnitude for the actual number of Quai tokens offered in the block reward, and more importantly, is the mechanism by which the ratio of Quai to Chi rewards are updated on an ongoing basis as part of the adjustment process via a controller mechanism. The object of this controller and its resultant effect on the Quai variable, K Quai variable, is to push the system back toward an equilibrium, defined as when the market value of the block reward in Quai tokens is equal to the market value of the block reward in Chi tokens, and both are equal to the cost of mining a block, such that miners are economically indifferent as to whether they select/receive their reward in either Quai or Chi, and expect to continuously maintain devoted hash power in line with actual expected network token demand. Okay, K with Chi. Chi is a variable that converts the scale of the difficulty measure into an appropriate magnitude for the actual number of Chi tokens offered in the block reward. It also has a decaying component to account for the projected growth in processing power over time, so that the Chi block rewards more closely reflect the energy cost of mining, rather than the increasing efficiency of computing power. Interesting. Okay, the above block reward functions only define how many Quai or Chi could potentially be emitted. Actual realized new supply emissions from block rewards are determined by the choices miners must make to receive only either Quai or Chi, a selection they may change on a go-forward basis at any time. Optional reward lock and multiplier. Just as miners may choose to receive either the Quai or Chi block rewards, They may also choose whether to receive those Quai or Chi block reward coin amounts as they normally would when they successfully mine a block, or to receive some greater multiple of that coin amount in a time-locked format, only usable or spendable at some point in the future. Miners may also change their selection at any time, just as they can between choosing Quai or Chi rewards. The durations and multiples of available lock options will be finalized before mainnet launch, and for illustrative purposes might look something like you receive 1x coins normally upon successful mining a block. Secondly, you could receive 1.035x coins with a 3-month lock. You could receive 1.1x coins with a 6-month lock, or you could receive 1.25x coins with a 12-month lock. Okay, that's cool. The multiples on various lock durations will degrade over time and then settle at levels that continue in perpetuity or may eventually go away entirely. For example, the initial multiples may be available for 1 year and then be halved in each subsequent year until year 5, and then continue at those year 5 levels in perpetuity. And that's illustrated in this table below here on the middle of page 24. In addition to its impact on token emissions supply, this feature also serves a real functional purpose and benefits the network. All proof-of-work coins have some duration or lockup on the coins, but without a multiplier. For example, even in Bitcoin, a miner reward has a block maturation time such that its coins cannot be spent for some period of time, though there is no multiplier concept. This duration/lag lock provides a buffer for the ongoing consensus process to play out in a more predictable manner and ensure no double spending of rewards in the event of short-term small reorgs at the tip of the chain. Increasing this lag or lock time provides even further certainty around the consensus process and avoiding double spending of rewards. The introduction of a multiplier for block rewards serves to increase and further ensure chain security. Most simply, it creates greater possible incentives for miners who secure the chain, e.g. it increases the coins offered in block rewards to miners in a sustainable long-term way. It also adds disincentives to the possibility of miners acting adversarially or adversely attacking the chain or being bribed or co-opted to do so, by creating sunk costs that miners stand to lose in much the same way that ASIC hardware requirements do for Bitcoin and many other proof-of-work networks. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Quai uses an ASIC-resistant algorithm to allow mining with GPU hardware that is not specific to the network, but repurposable for other uses. This provides greater mining access, less centralized hash rate distribution, and a more elastic hash market. Yeah. However, because GPU hardware can be repurposed, it is thus still valuable outside of the network. It lacks some sunk cost disincentives against network attacks/threats that ASICs provide. That is because ASICs can only be used for mining the network. Any act to attack and devalue the network also similarly destroys the value of the ASIC hardware, which can be viewed as a sort of upfront lock-in capital commitment by miners. Yeah, that's a great point. Thus, the addition of miner block reward multipliers reintroduces the same underlying concept as ASIC mining hardware does. That is clever. Serving as a sort of standing capital commitment, the value of which is tied to the value of the network. That is, miners who elect to lock up their block rewards for some duration will be less likely to attack or act adversarially to the network, since any destruction or reduction in network value will also destroy or reduce the value of these block rewards they're set to receive in the future. The team will release the exact durations and multiples of the available lock options before mainnet launch. Nice. Native Quai and Chi token conversions. As initially noted in the key mechanics overview, a fully automated conversion mechanism built into the protocol enables all users to provide, burn existing Quai or Chi and mint or receive new Quai or Chi at the current block reward ratio at any time. That is, if the current potential block reward amount is, X Quai coins by Y Chi coins, conversions can be done at an exchange rate of X to Y. Difficulty and reward adjustments, page 26. At the top level, the Quai network works similar to most other work-based systems, determining block production intervals and thus emission rates by setting block rewards and adjusting difficulty level/target. While systems such as Bitcoin implement difficulty adjustments at the end of sequential periods, 14 days or 2016 blocks given its 10-minute target block time interval, and update block rewards over longer term epochs, about 4 years, Quai does so for both continuously on per block basis, using a rolling look back across a previous period. 360 blocks or 72 minutes given its 5-second target block time interval. This means that the difficulty, as well as the respective and relative quantities of Quai and Chi block rewards, change up or down with each new block. Difficulty is adjusted in response to minor hash rate changes to cause observed block times to approach the target time. For example, if blocks are produced faster than the expected target block interval time, which occurs due to increased hash rate, then difficulty must be adjusted upward to return to the target block interval time. Similarly, if blocks are produced more slowly, then difficulty is adjusted downward. The new difficulty measure for each new block is used for both Quai and Chi block reward functions. Additionally, the resultant Quai and Chi block rewards and the ratio between them are adjusted with each new block based on the Quai and Chi factors of block reward functions described above. Chi is simply a conversion constant along along with a predefined schedule of decay intended to account for the projected growth in mining efficiency or processing power, calculable according to the current block and network difficulty. Quai is adjusted via a controller optimizing back toward its defined equilibrium, where the market preference for Quai and Chi is neutral at the protocol-defined rate. Tactically, this means that when there is more Quai selected by miners as block rewards and minted via conversion, the market value of the block reward in Quai is greater than that in Chi, and as such, Quai must be adjusted upward such that there will be fewer Quai coins per block. Remember that Quai is part of a negative exponent with the Quai block reward function. And conclusion, page 27. Quai network represents a fundamental reimagining of blockchain infrastructure, designed from the ground up to overcome these limitations and fully realize the original vision of cryptocurrency. Love it. By taking an integrated approach and incorporating key innovations at the base layer, Quai creates a foundation capable of supporting the complex, high-speed, and high-stake transactions that will define the future of global finance. Quai's architecture, featuring the proof of entropy minima consensus, horizontal sharding, and self-organized subnets, enables unprecedented scalability without sacrificing security or decentralization. The dual coin system of Quai and Chi provides a novel approach to digital currency, offering both a store of value and a stable medium of exchange intrinsically linked to energy expenditure. By combining advanced blockchain technology with a forward-looking economic model, Quai creates a platform capable of supporting a wide range of applications, from everyday transactions to complex financial instruments and decentralized systems. It's not just a new blockchain or cryptocurrency. It's a fundamental building block for the economy of the future. As we stand on the brink of this new economic era, Quai offers the potential to revolutionize value exchange and economic organization on a global scale. It provides the infrastructure needed to truly deliver on the original promise of cryptocurrency, a decentralized, accessible, and efficient system for transferring and storing value in the digital age. Yes. Alright, that's the end, folks. That concludes this audiobook version of the Quai Network Litepaper. If you made it this far, thanks. Hope you enjoy. I'll leave the link to the PDF, and I will also do the TLDR and like the 2 to 3 minute version. Thanks for listening.